stock we're using.
We'll have some of this
Salute. Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jeff.
And welcome to Bringing It Back Home. Did you ever have a meal that was so delicious that you would go to any lengths to eat it? Near our home on Spain's Costa del Sol, there's a beach bar in a national park that serves paella that is so delicious.
Fantastic.
That locals and tourists alike brave a rutted, twisting dirt cliff road just to eat this tantalizing combination of saffron-tinted rice covered with mussels and clams and shrimp.
Well, let's show you how to make it. This is how you can make it at home so you don't have to go through what we went through.
Okay, I'm going to heat up this heavy-bottomed pan, and I'm going to add some olive oil to it. And then we're going to add in some onions and some chorizo.
There we go.
And I'll start stirring that. And while that gets going, Jeff, why don't you tell everybody what happened?
We were going to go to the beach this day, and we're driving down this really rutted dirt road. And the mountain's to the left, and then there's a cliff to the right. This woman comes up screaming frantically, "Bloqueado, bloqueado, no aparcamiento," which means blocked, there's no parking any further down. So she's motioning me to the side of the cliff, and she tells me to move over, and I do.
Moves over, and the next thing you know, we're kind of on the edge of the cliff there. And this other truck comes backing up at us.
Second truck.
Second truck. And the guy's motioning for us to move over, and Jeff tucks in the side mirror, shifts into first, and starts to turn to the right and move forward. And I said, "Don't move over any farther." And the next thing you know, we are right there.
Absolutely.
On the edge of the cliff, and we're stuck there. We have no idea what to do.
So we keep sitting there trying to figure out what we're going to do, and we really have no idea because we're now on the edge of a cliff. We're actually going to add the rice right now and start toasting that up.
Yeah, we're at the point where the onions and the chorizo have softened, and the chorizo is coloring the onions. So we're just going to stir this for
Okay, so now the rice is toasted, we're going to start adding liquid a little bit at a time. And keep stirring until that liquid is absorbed.
So we have some chicken broth here that we're stirring in.
I turned to Mike and I said, "Okay, I've got an idea. We've gotten ourselves into this. We can definitely get ourselves out. So I'm going to put the car into reverse. I'm going to gun the engine, get a little bit of traction, and then get the car back up over the edge. Everything will be fine." And it all worked out well until we hit the tree.
We didn't know that we hit the tree. We had no idea what happened. But all of a sudden, the car just turns 90 degrees and goes right over the cliff. The two of us barrel out to the sides and just slide
roll down the hill.
This dusty hill. So eventually this is going to cook down, and it actually takes about 20-25 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 cups of liquid. It's hard to say. And this is chicken stock we're using with a combination of Goya with saffron in it. And we want the rice to be a little al dente. And what we're going to do next is transfer this into a paella pan, and we'll decorate the top with shellfish. So I've just transferred the paella from this pot into our low paella pan, which is what we're going to serve this in. And I'm going to grab out my shellfish. Here, why don't you take that, and I'll hold on to this. And I'm going to bring this right over to here, and we're going to decorate the top.
These have already been cleaned and placed in clear water so that they give up their sand. Basically, you want to just decorate it, make it look nice, because this is basically your finished product. It's going to come out of the oven looking pretty much how you put it in.
And unlike the Spanish, we've cleaned the shrimp and taken the heads off. If this were Spain, we would be eating these and peeling them ourselves eventually. I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven. And we're going to let that cook until the mussels and clams steam open.
So eventually, a specialized tow truck came with a winch on the back and pulled the car up over the cliff, back up to the flatbed. The driver handed us the keys to a new car. We were really surprised because we had ruined a car already, and he handed us the keys to a new car. The first thing we did was we drove down to our favorite beach bar, and we had the best paella that we've ever eaten.
Now you can make one at home.